If everybody could please take your seats, we're starting in 1 minute.
Good morning, and welcome to the Thomas S. Gulotta Wheatley Farms Arts Center. I'm Stanford Perry, CEO of AHRC Nassau, and it is a pleasure to finally be able to welcome you all here today. This is a beautiful morning, and it's great to see our community out in full force. With us today are self-advocates, families, staff, local organizations, and volunteers. Many of these people, including our dynamic staff, stepped forward to make what you see today possible, and we owe them a debt of gratitude. We also have friends in government who are joining us today as well. So will you please welcome State Senator John Brooks of the 8th District. State Assemblyman Ed Rah of District 19. Arnold Drucker, legislator for Nassau County District 16. Dan Sirota, the mayor of the village of Brookville. Town of Oyster Bay Councilwoman Vicki Walsh. And we are honored to have the Honorable Frank Gulotta, the brother of Tom Gulotta, as well, join us today. Our Town of Oyster Bay Councilwoman Michelle Johnson is also here. And we're delighted that Margaret Stacknicki of the New York State Office for People with Developmental Disabilities could join us as well. Welcome, Margaret. And I extend a very special welcome to Betsy Gulotta, who joined us here today, and the entire Gulotta family. Welcome to you all. It is my distinct pleasure to share with you now how all of this started. Wheatley Farms Arts Center began with the dream of a parent who shared how nature and the outdoors needed to be a central part of her child's life. We heard her. We also found she was far from alone. This insight led us along an entirely new path in developing opportunities for learning and job training. We started thinking about a place that would bring people of all abilities together based on their shared passions and interests. It would be a place of inclusion, wellness, and the arts, a place where the barriers that keep us apart would come down and people would feel welcomed and connected. This is how our agency started and how we're planning to move forward. The founding families of AHRC Nassau made this property their home in 1958 so that their children could learn, grow, and thrive. Today, we have almost completed our first phase of renovations. We are soon launching opportunities for animal care, hydroponics, and harvesting, along with arts and mixed media. Community volunteers will be central to each one of our offerings. We have assembled a community-based advisory board of leaders who will share their expertise to build a true community of learning and partnership. Here in this beautiful place, we will eventually offer workshops for people of all abilities to explore farm-to-table cooking, yoga on the lawn, horseback riding, and equine-assisted activities. Or if you want to simply learn meditation, podcasting, or pottery, you can also join us in this fully inclusive environment. Our future plans include a full renovation of the farmhouse to my right here, with dedicated spaces such as a country kitchen that will be used as a demonstration model to train people on how to cook and prepare meals, and to provide them with skills that they can use to gain competitive jobs in our local community. A state-of-the-art mixed media room and a dance and yoga studios will be a few of the offerings that will be included in the farmhouse. These spaces will lead to the discovery of new interests and likely hidden talents in a way that traditional programs may not be able to do so. Wheatley Farms Arts Center will offer meaningful employment and job training opportunities. The center will employ people with and without disabilities in the running of the farm. People will be supported to be successful in acquiring marketable skills and pursuing competitive employment on Long Island. I would like to recognize donors and supporters who gave generously to bring Wheatley Farms to this point, knowing that we have a ways to go. So that if your name is not on this list, it's never too late to have it added. The Nassau County AHRC Foundation, and we're delighted to see its president, Tom Rosicki, with us here this morning. The Gladys Brooks Foundation, State Senator John Brooks. The Long Island Wine and Sales Club, and a very generous anonymous donor. At this time, I'd ask that you would join me in welcoming Sandra Gumarov, the president of the AHRC Board of Directors, to the podium.
He's a little taller than me. Thank you all for coming, and thank you, Stanford. I would also like to welcome Stephen Rhodes, Nassau County Legislator of District 19, who, thank you. Okay, well, here we are. It's taken a really long time to get here, and I'm so pleased that all of you have been able to come with us today and for this opening of this new, exciting project, something that very few other organizations have been able to do. My name is Sandra Gumarov. I'm president of AHRC Nassau's Board of Directors, a longtime volunteer, the mother of a developmentally disabled daughter, which is probably the most important thing I do, and I also am an attorney who focuses her practice solely on special needs. So I know from the bottom of my heart and from my entire life how important creating new opportunities for the people that have developmental disabilities and those of you in our community to work together and create a new space. This center is a milestone in our agency's history. And I hope you'll take a look at that very inspiring timeline that was on the walk as you walked in today. It's history that has always meant to meet the evolving needs of children and adults with developmental disabilities and their families. It's a history that promotes equity, access, and inclusion. That's the promise of this center. And I'll tell you what my dream is. My dream is that we meet the promise of equity, access, and inclusion, and that we can all walk down the street with each other and nobody notices. We're just like everybody else. As I said, today's a long time coming. Back in February of 2020, under the leadership of our immediate past president, Paul Giordano, who is also here today, thank you, Paul, our board of directors felt strongly that it wanted to do something meaningful to honor the life and service of our friend Tom Gulotta. Right then, the board voted that this center be named in his honor. And let me tell you why. Tom's character and integrity were embedded in every interaction with our organization over the course of his 25 years of public service. His time as Nassau County Executive from 1987 to 2001 coincided with unprecedented growth by our agency. It was a time of fast-paced development of community-based residential options, what we now call group homes, affectionately. People with developmental disabilities now had the opportunity to grow up and live in their communities, close to family and friends throughout their lifetimes. But moving into these communities and changing people's perceptions was not easy. And unfortunately, it is still a daunting task. We found in Tom Gulotta a public servant that cared, who sought to build partnerships and who sincerely wanted to make where we live a better place for everyone, for all people of differing abilities. Tom's service to us extended beyond his time in office. Excuse me. He reached out to us after he entered private life and let us know if there was a place within our organization where we thought he could be of help, he would be happy to serve. For the next 15 years, Tom would serve as a member of the AHRC Foundation Board. He had nearly perfect board attendance and was always ready to help. And here's one of the ways that he helped. I'm sure we all remember when Hurricane Sandy hit. Tom was there. People, 56 of the most medically fragile people we support and that you could imagine, people who could not be moved from their residence, were suddenly without power. These were people who were on vents, who had other equipment that needed power. And if you may recall, generators were impossible to find. And I will tell you that I personally spoke, I don't know if it was LIPA, PSE&G at that time, and they were less than helpful and less than compassionate. But it was not impossible for Tom. When we reached out to him for help, he was right there. He pulled on the threads of decades of relationships, and he found a generator, one that could be flown in and could power our homes and the life-sustaining medical equipment that saved the people that we support. I'll never forget that. There is no doubt that lives were saved that day because of him. For Tom, he was simply and quietly happy that he could help. On behalf of the AHRC Nassau's Board of Directors, we officially dedicate the Wheatley Farms Arts Center in honor of Thomas S. Gulotta for his many contributions to our organization and within the lives of people with developmental disabilities. I do want to say one other thing. Mr. Gulotta was always, always there to provide whatever support that he could, whether it was words or his time, or as during Hurricane Sandy, we were in a crisis that put people's lives at risk. And for that, we will thank him, and that's why we decided to name this center for him. And with that, it is now my extreme pleasure to welcome Tom and Betsy's son, Christopher, to share a few remarks.
Well, thank you for those kind words. And I gotta say, wow, this is just absolutely awesome. And so I know I speak for the whole family saying that Tom would be extremely honored to have this amazing facility named after him, especially considering those of you who knew my father closely, you know he always joked about having his name proudly displayed indefinitely in somewhere other than his headstone. So I'm sure he would be extremely happy. But all joking aside, we know Tom truly believed in the mission of the AHRC organization, and he wanted to do everything he could to help in any way possible, including when he was in public office and subsequently on the board of directors. And so I think, or I know, we all know, that he will always be proud knowing that he will continue to be part of the AHRC family. I don't want to keep you guys here, so we really do appreciate you all coming down in support and appreciation. Especially want to thank the AHRC for this extremely generous honor. And we hope that us as a family can continue to play a role in whatever part we can going forward, and we wish you all the best in the near future.
Thank you, everyone. We will be moving forward now with our ribbon cutting ceremony, and we ask your patience until the ribbon is cut. This time, I'd like to invite representatives from the Gulotta family, our elected officials, AHRC Nassau's Board of Directors, and the directors of our affiliated agencies to join us at the ribbon cutting right behind me here. And after the ribbon cutting, we will share instructions on our tours immediately following. So we ask for your patience and that you remain seated so that you can get instructions for the tours. Those who were mentioned, please join us now. Okay, right here, Sandy. Okay, thank you. Okay, very good. Sandy, your hair.
I get to stand next to you.
Beautiful words, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you.
So Sandy, this is the mic you're going to be talking.
Oh, I left my, where did I put my, I left my piece
No,
of
all you're
paper.
going to say
Okay.
now, Betsy Gulotta
Okay.
will we officially dedicate the Tom Gulotta Center. Betsy Gulotta will cut the ribbon.
We are, no, I have one. You shouldn't give me a microphone. Anyway, we are now going to have Betsy dedicate the Thomas Gulotta Wheatley, Wheatley Farms program. Here you go.
Oh, watch.
This is good. Ready? I just went blank.
Well done. Steve, good to see you again.
You're giving the tour and
Congratulations.
thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Of course, it's my honor. Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
so much for being here, and I hope you have an opportunity to see everything.
Thank you, everyone, for being a part of this amazing morning and ribbon cutting and dedication. We are now, anyone who is interested in taking a tour, I would ask that you come up onto the patio section. We'll be breaking you into groups under letters, A, B, C, D. You know how it all goes. And then we will be taken across the farm, and you will see what we're really building here. If there's any issues with footwear, gatewear, please talk with your tour leader, and they'll answer any questions that you have. Thank you. Tour should take about 25 minutes. Thank you. Yes.
Yes, I apologize to Tom because I didn't see him. Tom didn't hear that. But we got him in the picture.
Everybody line up behind the tour leader.
Look that way. Yes, Senator Brooks would like to say a few words.
We do have a presentation to make. I first would like to take a couple of moments to thank this organization. Many years ago, during the founding period of this organization, my aunt was very involved in the program, and I had a cousin who also had developmental disabilities. This organization, in the end, very much gave her a life to live. She's not with us any longer, but in those days, back then, people with developmental disabilities were kind of shunned off in the corner. And Margaret Mary and my Aunt Rose, who was one of the local presidents of this organization in the early times, were very active in making sure that we all realized that people with developmental disabilities are people, real people. They have feelings, and Margaret Mary, in her whole life, was filled with excitement. You know, like I say, we lost her a couple of years back, but I still remember we used to go around each year with the fire truck on Christmas, and that was a big deal for her. And she'd be waiting out on the steps and come in and bring her in, and then she had an opportunity to have a real job because of this organization. And in later life, she lived in a group home that we have in Seaford. So it is because of this organization that the place in the life of people with disabilities has been dramatically changed for the better. This is a wonderful facility. Tom Gulotta did a lot for people that had these difficulties. And I just think it's wonderful that we're here today. And like I say, I thank the organization for the life in the end that you gave to my cousin because of the fact that you opened so many doors for them. We have a donation here of $10,000 from the state. To help with the operation, but what you give to the people that participate in this program is priceless. There's no dollar amount on that. You make them be a person. They have a sense of being. And it's so important in a world when, you know, so many of us are just grabbing for ourselves, that we take time to recognize those who have difficulties and give them an opportunity to be all they can be, and most importantly, to let them know they are a person. We recognize they have feelings, they have abilities, and this facility here is going to be such a welcome place for all those who participate in it. So again, I say thank you on behalf of my family for what you did for my cousin for her whole life. And thank you for what you're doing to the children and others that participate in these programs going forward. God bless all of you. All right, now one thing, so you know, this, you can't put this in an ATM. It won't.
Thank you, Senator Brooks. We are starting.
And we will put it to good use. Thank you for your kind words.
Thank you so much, Senator Brooks. Everybody, we're going to be beginning our tours. They are forming right on our patio, and we'll be walking out onto
Just-
our gorgeous
Mary?
campus.
1 minute.
Okay.
1 minute.
Okay,
We have another. Where is she?
I'm here.
Mary, I need the mic. Here we
You
go.
have the mic, Sandy. Mary's up there.
If I could have everyone's attention for just another moment. Excuse me, can I have everybody's attention for another moment? Here, let
Thank you so much.
here.
Thank you so much. I'll take it out. And I just want to invite my colleagues. We have Tom McKevitt from the Nassau County Legislature. I know we have Vicki Walsh here as well from the town of Oyster Bay. We have Assemblyman Ed Roth. Just wanted to invite you to come up as well. And I know that our County Executive Bruce Blakeman is en route and will be here shortly. But I do want to join, as a member of the Nassau County Legislature, I do want to join all Nassau County residents in congratulating AHRC and in thanking the Gulotta family for their tremendous work over the years. Each of us believe that we have a responsibility. We've got a responsibility to use our gifts and talents to try and make our corner of the world a little bit better. And that is the mission of the AHRC and the mission of Tom Gulotta, Betsy Gulotta, and their wonderful family over a lifetime of service. And today's dedication is certainly an appropriate and fitting tribute both to his life and to the amazing work of the AHRC. And I want to thank you for the difference that you make and your organization makes in the lives of so many, because ultimately we're here to support each other. And our mission is to make sure that we're all included in all that we do, both here in Nassau County, but make sure that every life has value, to make sure that every life feels as though they're a full participant in everything that we do. And thank you for that mission in providing people independence, providing people support, providing people encouragement, and providing people the opportunity to be able to enjoy the fullness of life and contribute to our amazing society. So on behalf of the Nassau County Legislature, I wanted to present this citation to you, and I believe that Vicki Walsh also has one from the town of Oyster Bay.
I don't. You said it all, Legislator Rhodes, and I, just to echo, this is the first time I came here and met you, and I'm just blown away by this facility. And I'm a neighbor in Oyster Bay, so I look forward to coming back and spending time with you and learning more about the programs. So congratulations and thank you for all that you do. for your.
Let me get the tours going. Is somebody going to
Yeah.
announce the tour? Okay, do you want us to announce that? And have everybody's, okay, so tell her to come over and let's get it done before people scatter. The Nassau County Executive. Thank you. We appreciate it. Definitely, we'd love to have you do that. We'll be in touch.
Martin Elias just said he wants to donate $50,000.
I made my donation of 10,000 already, but I want to give an extra 50.
So
Thank you so much.
I was just told that Martin Elias has just pledged $50,000 toward Wheatley Farm.
Oh my God.
So, as Stanford said, the list can continue to grow, and we look forward to adding more names to that list. Mr. Elias, thank you so much. And one more announcement. I understand that County Executive Bruce Blakeman is walking over. And I think is that him, Mary?
Yes.
I think he's walking down the driveway right now.
Hold on, we'll be right here.
Yeah.
Okay. Those who are taking tours.
Yeah, we need
Yeah, if people are ready to take some tours, those who are ready to take some tours, you can start. Those of you who would like to wait and say hello to Mr. Blakeman, he'll be here momentarily.
He's literally
Right
right there.
there. Mary, can I move this so we're in the shade? I want to move it in the shade. Oh, we can move in the shade. Let's move in the shade. I gotta get out of the sun. Thank you so much for your generous.
No, thank you for what you guys do.
I feel the same way. My daughter.
Yeah, my aunt was involved in this stuff in the very early stages. She was president for a while, and
Wonderful thing.
what you know, the fact that people start to realize, number one, that these are people.
That's my people with disabilities, just like everybody else.
They have feelings. They enjoy things. They have challenges.
Let's introduce the county executive so we can have her talk.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to take this opportunity to introduce our county executive, Bruce Blakeman. Hi, I'm Sandy Gummerode. I'm president today.
Thank you. Well, first of all, I'm sorry that I'm late, but as you can imagine, it's a big county, and I can see I'm well represented by Legislator Rhodes and Legislator McKevitt. And did I miss anybody? I miss you too. So I just wanted to say to everybody that I knew Tom Gulotta for over 40 years. And one of the things about Tom Gulotta was, let's take aside the fact that he was the county executive, that he was the town supervisor in Hempstead, that he served in the state assembly. Let's push that to the side and think about him as a humanitarian. He really cared about people. I don't know anybody that worked harder for those who needed a little extra help than Tom Gulotta, and that's why this place was so special to him and so important to him. So I want to thank you on behalf of the county for doing this and remembering a guy that committed his life to public service, but most importantly, he was a champion for those who needed a little extra help. So again, thank you so much. This is a beautiful center here, and we hope that you go on and help more and more people in our county, because we do have a loving and compassionate county filled with people from every race, every ethnicity, every religion, coming together and enjoying life here on our beautiful Long Island. So thank you. God bless you all. And God bless America. Thank you. Oh, I didn't see you, Senator. Sorry, I jumped in real quick.
Very much. Okay, I think we're done. Do you?
see. Stole my laptop.
Okay. We need the mic.
Yeah, I didn't know where to put it.
Oh. Excuse me.
Favorite restaurant to get down in Atlantic Beach?
Oh, yeah.
My daughter's Megan.
Oh, your daughter's Megan.
Yes.
She served me a few times.
I think she
I hope she
did.
didn't overserve.
No, never, not her. Hi, hello. Hello. Hi, everybody. One last tour is taking off right now. If you could come under the banner of the letter A. We are going right now. Thank you.
You got to advocate for yourself, right? That's what they do.
Tour is taking off for A. A is coming in the clubhouse, and we're taking right now. The last tour is meeting in the clubhouse and will be leaving in 45 seconds. Thank you.
You gotta wait your turn. You gotta wait your turn.